is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Lance escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw left side, complete. That's Jordan. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They're going to run this one tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And it's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On 1st and 10, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands here of Hardman. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Lance looking to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
A final shot before half for Lance. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the locker.
Taylor Lawrence is not that fucking good, bro. Come on, the fuck,
way,
man.
That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This is about to piss me off now.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for, taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive distance themselves. They have put the pedal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the
Hello.
mirror.
If I bring you a bill, could you watch him?
String together
34 minutes, like 30 minutes.
It's almost like a run in basketball.
What do you got to do?
I had to do something for my grandma.
Really big time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
No, my
absolutely
mom.
does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
What the fuck?
Another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will take this one home.
Okay, just stop.
Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This shit about to piss me
So they
off.
throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. And Smith chooses not to
plays
return
to stop.
it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Stop running.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10.
Hey, you home?
25-yard line.
No.
Fresh
Keep
off
on
the
home.
pick 6, it's Watson.
And there's 20 pros.
And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
Call him, ask him, can you watch Jay for
Pass midfield almost
a little bit?
40
Call him, can you watch? Ask him, can you watch Jay for a little bit for me? I'll give him some bamboo.
3 yards. So
Some
the
paper.
play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over, and they got there to break that one up.
That's the fucking ball.
Throwing again is Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration.
I'm gonna do the other one
after
first.
the PAT miss.
Yeah, that's every time I do this.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can.
Hello.
She's coming in.
Huh?
You don't want to go out
He said, yeah, just ring the doorbell so he can hear you because he's cleaning his room.
Alright.
Alright,
come play. Alright.
and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down and 5. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Come the fuck on, dog. That don't make no sense.
There. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Texans 23.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit. Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he? And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game. I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet. You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you? Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Watson looks to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, 33 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped. Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From the end zone, Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Bobby Okereke gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Here's Watson to throw from his end zone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw from his end zone, Watson sliding out of the pocket. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flushed. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Watson on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 81 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw, Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run.